You do not wait. Start now. God has played his part by showing you what he wants you to achieve. God has played his part by giving you a sound mind. God has played his part by giving you life. God has played his part for those of us that are saved by giving his son Jesus Christ. You must start now. You must eliminate excuses. You must eliminate excuses. Excuses. The reason why I can't do this is because I don't have this. The reason why I cannot do this is because I've not gotten this. The reason why I don't have this is because this. The reason why this goal is not possible. You might not have gotten them in full scale, but you would have gotten close to actualizing the full scale. Of course, purpose, destiny is a destination. So you have to take steps every day to arrive at that destination. You need to read, people you need to listen to, there are tapes you need to listen to, there are connections you need to make, there are things you need to, there are certain persons you need to strike out of your life. When you begin to take steps of faith, you will realize that things will begin to work. Take steps out. That is when you realize that all of the things you were seeing as barriers or the excuses you were having, they were not necessarily barriers. They were only waiting for you to step up. Realize that when the year is ending, there is a whole lot of things that you've written down as your goals, maybe your visions that you would have achieved. Now you must eliminate excuses. You must eliminate excuses. Excuses. The reason why I can't do this is because I don't have this. The reason why I cannot do this is because I've not gotten this. The reason why I don't have this is because this. The reason why this goal is not possible is because this. If this is there, I'll be able to. No, you have to begin to eliminate excuses. Sometimes there are excuses that are genuine, but if you allow those excuses to hold you bound, you will not be able to achieve the things that you've written down. It's a very great year, it's a fulfilling year, it's a wonderful year. The year is loaded with a lot of things, but for those of us that will begin to walk, that will begin to take actions, that will begin to make deliberate steps and eliminate excuses, you realize that when the year is ending, there is a whole lot of things that you've written down as your goals or maybe your visions that you would have achieved. Some of them you might not have gotten them in full scale, but you would have gotten close to actualizing the full scale of your goal. Of course, purpose, destiny is a destination, but you have to take steps every day to arrive at that destination. There are books you need to read, people you need to listen to, there are tapes you need to listen to, there are connections you need to make, there are things you need to, there are certain persons you need to strike out of your life, certain courses you have to go and undertake, there are certain things you have to do. You do not wait. Start now. And as I round up, I want to say this to encourage someone. Maybe you are there and there are many things you are looking at. Oh, the reason why I can't actualize or achieve this is because I don't have this, I don't have these resources, I don't have this. When you begin to take steps of faith, you would realize that things will begin to work in your direction. I've realized in my little life, in the way God has been working with me and in the way I've worked with God in my little life, when God begins to lay something in my heart, I do not wait for when all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. I begin to take steps. The Bible said when God told Abraham to go and sacrifice your son, the next morning, immediately. So start now. That's how great people do. They do not wait for when all things are fine. They take out they take steps out. And when you begin to walk out and you begin to take steps out, that is when you realize that all of the things you were seeing as barriers or the excuses you were having, they were not necessarily barriers. They were only waiting for you to step out. There are some persons that are waiting as your helper out there, but they will not come because you're not taking steps. You just have your vision written on paper. You are doing nothing about it. So you have to begin to take steps of faith. You have a vision to build a multi-million organization. Start taking steps. Maybe you have to start by studying about organizational excellence, how to build a brand and all of that. Maybe you have to start taking courses. Maybe you have to start looking for a mentor in that area. Just begin to take steps. Start now. Start moving out. There is no time to waste. There is no time to waste. David began to pray a prayer in scriptures and he said, teach us to number our days that we may apply our heart to wisdom. One of the traits and the characteristics of wisdom is the ability to take steps on time in the right direction. Taking steps on time in the right direction, because wisdom is actually direction. Taking steps on time in the right direction. Taking steps on time in the right direction. So wisdom eliminates foolishness. Wisdom eliminates procrastination. Wisdom eliminates laziness. You know you have to do certain things. You don't wait forever. Begin to take the steps now. And as you begin to do that, I believe that all of the things I shared in the 7 days of destiny discovery is going to benefit you so very well. There are certain things you have to take as action, but there are things you have to start doing. There are things you have to stop doing. There are things you have to increase. You have to increase in doing them. There are things you have to reduce in doing. There are certain things that you have to stop doing. You have to start doing. You have to increase. You have to do them more. There are certain things you have to do them less. I believe that your life has been greatly inspired and greatly blessed. Do not forget that God is counting on you. Your generation is counting on you. People are waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. Your generation is actually waiting for you. It's something you have. You have everything to become great and successful and become fulfilled in life. Don't waste the time. Start now. Thank you so very much for following. Until I see you in my next video, have the most amazing day. Bye. Wow.